Welcome everybody to the podcast called The Industry. I'm your host, your favorite bartender in the DFW. My name is Chris. This podcast is talking about the restaurant industry, mostly shining light on it. We will be discussing, telling stories about our experience, and also talking about things that's trending in the world. The industry will be put out every Wednesday night. Please follow and subscribe at The Industry. I repeat, The Industry. So today I'm doing something a little different for the podcast. So I noticed that I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on the podcast, and I just want to thank everybody that's subscribing, that's following. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, checking out my videos, and actually waiting for them to drop on Wednesday. That means a lot to me because I didn't think that this was gonna kind of take off like how it's taking off or get the feedback that it's getting. So I just want to thank you guys like from the bottom of my heart. That means a lot. And that makes me just want to grind and make sure I just want to keep working so I can give you guys something to watch about, let you guys hear the stories that you guys are hearing and tune in, man. Actually see what what bartender servers and everything like that we go through, man. It's like it's some of these stories like some people don't don't believe in, or like not, let me not say no, don't believe in. They're like, damn, bro, that's crazy that's happening. So this episode, what I'm going to be doing is mostly recapping the first two episodes, and I noticed that I didn't really dive deep inside of them and really discuss, the emotions, the thought process, and the things that what I was thought happened, like what I was thinking on the situations that happened. So the biggest one that everybody keeps coming up to me and telling me is about the guy at the bar top. I feel like that's the craziest. That's still one of the craziest things that I've seen being a bartender, that I've seen damn near being in a restaurant uh for the years that I've been in it. So when that happened, man, I was just like, what the fuck? I know this dude's not really just doing this right now. Like, that shit blew my mind. Like, my man's really out here jacking off at a bar top, watching porn. At first, I was stunned. Like, nah, he not doing that. This motherfucker really doing that. Like, what? So it's just like, what? Like, yeah, he got kicked out. He got banned. So you can see why he got kicked out and got banned, man. That's just crazy to me. Like, what? Yeah, ain't no way in hell that, yeah, I'm gonna get that drunk and just whip out my shit and start jacking off at the bar top in front of people. That's crazy. You got to be have a on a whole different level of like you on a whole different level. That's all I can say. You on a whole different level going on right there. That's crazy to me that he did that. And it's just like, yeah, what Sydney said about the girl getting finger banged. That happens quite often, more than you think. Especially like when people get drunk, and because they think when they sitting in when they're not when they sitting at the bar top. So a lot of times the bartender can really just see like from right here. So a lot of people think that you can't see movement, like you can't see what they're doing. That's not true. Like I can still see what you guys are doing. So it's been plenty of times that I've seen like people finger their girl, man, like in the middle of the bar, like at the bar top, like thinking like that's okay, and you can see that she's trying to hold her face together and not give in, and it's just like, come on, man, like it's people around, like nobody's not trying to see this, like just go home, shit, man, go to the fucking car or something, like goddamn, you don't got to do it at this, like I don't want to, me personally, I don't want to see that shit. Or the biggest thing that I hate is like when you trying to walk up to somebody and do your spiel, and that couple is just fucking tonguing each other down, straight up, just going at it. It's like, come, like I usually when that happens, I go, excuse me, what can I get for y'all? Like I hate that. That irks the shit out of bartenders, straight up. And another thing that irks us is when somebody say, can I get a Long Island, but make it strong?" When you tell a bartender, "Make my drink strong," and you're not gonna pay extra, or you come in on a consistent basis and you don't tip good, and you keep telling me to make your drink strong, like, you come in, you don't tip, and you sit here and say, "Hey, I want this Long Island, make it strong. Last time I came in here, you didn't make it strong." What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna make that shit strong. First of all, you didn't tip me the last time. That's how I make my money. And second of all, why the fuck would I make this strong? Why would I help you out? You ain't helping me out. That doesn't make any sense. So if you're not helping me, why would I help you? So for people who watching this and not in the industry, that's I'm just giving y'all some. I'm giving y'all some gems, man. Helping y'all out so y'all can make it out here in this world and understand what we go through in our thought process with that. And for people that commented from the second episode for me and Damien, a lot, all of those stories that we said about that manager is true, straight up true. That motherfucker was wild, man. He said some wild stories. He like he. I remember coming into work. He said, he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm about to take some um time off. I'm going out of town." Oh, that's what's up, man. Where you going? He was like, me and my girlfriend are we're going to Paris for the weekend. And I thought he was talking about Paris, Texas. I was like, what's down there to just go for the weekend? Like she got family? He like, no, I'm not talking about that Paris. My she's rich. She's a billionaire. We're gonna take her private jet and fly out there. I'm like, motherfucker, you work at you a manager here. You tell me your girlfriend's a billionaire. Why the fuck she with you? Like what make this make sense, man. Like anybody who's in the industry, I promise you, they have managers that just say the most wildest things. You just like, man, what the fuck are you even saying right now or talking about? People being in this industry, man, like I said, you gotta have nothing's all right in your head, man. It's not like it was another time that I think that like I said, I'm recapping on everything that I on episode 1 and 2, so I'm going over things that I wish I should touch bases on more. So on episode 1, I think I told you guys that a girl said that she wanted to die, or like she said she did wish she didn't wake up. So me and her are talking again, and she sat here and said, I was like, man, I want to hope for this podcast can get taken off. I'm in school, and I'm like, man, I should be graduating by December. And she like, I don't think that far ahead. I was like, why? I was like, what do you mean? Like, why don't you think that far ahead? And she was like, because I want to die soon. So what's the point of thinking that far ahead? And this is like at 10:30 a.m. or while we getting the restaurant set up. And I was like, oh, So man, you watched that one show the other day. How can you respond to that? Like, what can I do to respond to something like that? Like, you just can't, and that's crazy to me. Like, it's like Sydney said, you just casual cutting fruit, getting ready, and somebody say some wild shit like that, and just like, why do you keep saying these things to me? Like, I don't know how to respond. Like, I asked, I'm like, this time I asked what Sydney said. I like, "Do you want a hug?" She's like, "No, I don't believe in physical touch." Then walked off, stared at me like that, and walked off. I was like, "What the fuck, man? Why do I go to? How do I even get to like go through this shit? Why weird ass things like this happens to me? Like I like it was a time. It was a Sunday, and this guy walks in, and I was like, "Hey man, what's up, man? My name is Chris. Let me know if you need something. What can I get for you?" He was like, "Hey man, let me get a water and Jack and Coke." I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." He like bring I was like he was like, "Can I get another drink? Me and you, I got somebody coming for me." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I got you." So buddy goes to the bathroom, and as he goes to the bathroom, uh his date walks in. I'm assuming they met I'm not assuming, they met on Tinder. Or yeah, it was Tinder. They met on Tinder, and she's looking at me. I'm like, "Hey, are you waiting for a guy?" She like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, cool. He's sitting right there." And she like, "All right, cool." I'm like, He went to the bathroom. He'd be back." So she asks, "Where's the bathroom at?" She goes to the bathroom. As she's in the bathroom, Buddy comes back and sits down. So as she's coming back to sit down, she looks at her phone and looks at the dude. And she straight up said in his face, motherfucker, you don't look shit like your damn picture. Fuck this." And walk the fuck out. And Buddy looked at me. I was like, "Shit." And I just gave him another Jack and Coke. I'm like, "Hey, bro, it's on the house." Like, I didn't know what to say to that. That's embarrassing as shit. Like, what can you say? What? How, it's nothing you can really say when somebody calls you ugly. Like, you can't, because that's somebody's opinion about you. So you can't justify it. Even if you try to, well, you dress like this, well, your hair look like that. It doesn't change the fact that she thinks you ugly, and it don't. So that shit, one of another things that a day in the life as a bartender that we go through, man. I asked him like, "Bro, like, damn, bro, I'm sorry, man. Like, shit." And he was like, "It's cool." I was like, "Man, that's fucked up." I was like, "Where did y'all meet?" He said, "Man, we met on Tinder." I'm like, "Damn, like y'all didn't think about kind of FaceTime each other before y'all came in here?" And he was like, "Nah, man, like, we was just texting each other and writing each other, and we just said, let's meet up. We talked on the phone." I was like, "Shit, I feel you." Dude was a cool brother, but I feel you, man. That shit sucks. I know his self-esteem was fucking low. And that whole day was wild. Even like later on that day, we had these kids come in the restaurant, and it's always kids trying to sell fucking candy. And they try to say, "It's for my basketball team, it's for my football team, or it's for my baseball team." Motherfucker, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. This one kid straight told me the truth. He said, "Man, I'm just trying to get this so me and my family can go to Six Flags." Respect that. So the manager told them to, "Hey man, you guys gotta get up out of here." And then the manager was black. He was like, "Hey man, you guys gotta get up out of here." He was like, "Man, fuck you, you Uncle Tom. I'm trying to sit here and sell these candy bars for Jesus, and you gonna sit here and stop God's plan? You going to hell." He like, "No, the fact Wait a minute, Imma sit here and pray for you. He like, "Nah, I don't need that. You gotta get up out of here." He like this. Oh, okay. I guess this restaurant's the devil's work. Since y'all wanna sit here and stop us from selling candy, look at these kids. God wouldn't do that. He sound like DJ Khaled. God believes in us. God did. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You know damn well you just trying to use that name, just trying to get these candy bars. But I promise you, man, it's always people on the weekends trying to go in there, either sell candy or try to go in there with a sign and sit here and say, "Hey, man, um, what?" Or they got a sign saying, "Help me feed my family." I'm like, it's always people saying, "Help me feed my family." It's either I'm deaf or I got an illness. Going around in the restaurants trying to collect money from people, like why? Like, I get it. You might need money, but what about the people that's working? They need money too. That's why they come to work. Now you you going up to the gas, you taking they tip, and down since they feel like, all right, I gave this person a hot 20. Now that now they serve a bartender gonna get a hot five because you took the hot 20. So that's another day in the life of what we go through. And yeah, man, it's just I love like I said, I love being in this industry. I love it. But the things what I love about it is just I think I said it plenty of time, man, is the networking, the communication, the the friendship that you build, man. And it being in this industry teaches you a lot, man. It helps you. Cause like I hate when people sit here and say, well, you need to get a real job. What makes this not a job? Because you get a paycheck. Okay, I get tips. Sometimes people, bartenders get paid more than people that has career jobs, man. It happens. So you trying to shit on somebody because they didn't have a degree in what they're doing. I look at it like this. You don't know what that person came from to get to where they at right now or how that job is helping them. Maybe they couldn't get that job right now because maybe they a single parent and they try to work a regular job, a 9 to 5 job, and then hours is too strict that they can't pick up their kid, that they can't attend to their kids' functions. But being a bartender in service, you can do that. You can work certain amount of hours, or you can have somebody pick up your shifts. People help you out like that, and you can go to school and work and still be in your kid's life. That's true. As being a bartender or a server. Now, manager, that's a different thing. I've been a manager, and I feel like being a server, a manager, and a bartender, I feel like the bartender is the best one, man. Being a manager, one thing I respect about when I talked about the manager that I had on episode 2, his name was Tom. I respect him so much because I didn't understand what he was talking about at the time. I thought he was just trying to shut me out from trying to better my life, but I understood it is that he told me, he like, man, you don't want to be a manager. You about to have a kid. You don't want to do this with your life, man. I'm not gonna sit here and help you get promoted. And I'm like, damn. But as I became one and worked in it, just it was like worked for many years as one. I understand. Like it takes a lot of time away from your kid. Like you working 60, 65 hours, then you always on call, and then like whatever what you call that department that you working in, like I've been a kitchen manager. So if two of my cooks don't show up, then they calling me to come in to help out. Or like it's been times as a manager that I think the longest time I worked as a manager, I worked 15 days straight with no days off. 15 days straight with no days off. And think of how the mentally a toll that takes out of you from dealing with people, dealing with guests, dealing with the things that you got going on in your life. and dealing with the clientele, dealing with employees, dealing with the corporate offices, trying to hit your numbers, trying to do that, trying to keep everything clean for an EcoShore audit, health department. It gets stressful. And then you mentally exhausted when you want to be around your kid and stuff. It sucks. So yeah, that's why I took a step down and I continue to bartend. I would rather bartend and work. I'd rather bartend at two jobs to make it where I need to go till I finish school than manage. And I love being a father more than everything. So that's why I left the management thing. So, but in that in that life, for being a manager, you see some funny shit too. Like, so I was managing, and it was an all females store that I was managing at, and then I remember one of the girls walked up to this one girl. She's like, "Where my money, bitch?" And you know how girls call each other bitches. I'm thinking she just playing. And so me and the GM walked off, and one of the girls comes to me. She's like, "Yo, Chris, I think you need to go back over there. Such and such is really getting on her ass." So I'll go over there. She's like, "This, where my money, bitch?" She's like, "You don't give me my money. I know where your daddy live. I know your mama live. I know where you live. I'm gonna come fuck you up and all of this." So what happened was the girl sold the girl that she worked with fake jambalaya tickets. My thing is, how you gonna sell somebody fake jambalaya tickets that you work with? You work with this person. You're gonna have to see this person again. So then I tried to get the girl, I'm like, "Yo, I gotta clock you out. Just get up out of here before you get fired." I'm trying to help her save her job. She like, "Fuck that. Nah." I'm like, "No, man, I'm trying to help you save your job. Just get up out of here." So I took the other girl into the office, and I'm like, "Yo, what happened?" She telling me the story. She's crying. The other girl banging on the door. Boom, boom, boom. "Bitch, give me my motherfucking money." I was like, "Shit." And then I walk out the office. I'm like, "Yo, you gotta go right now. You gotta go." And she like, "Fuck that." She pushes me. Now, once you push me, I'm like, "Damn, now you gotta go." I'm like, fuck. Now you automatically terminated. So she's a female. I can't put my hands on her. So I'm like, "Man, fucking somebody go get help from the other manager," because she was a female manager. So the GM and the female manager walk around. So then she ended up grabbing her shit, and they call the police. She ended up trying to run out the back door. But she didn't know that we put a new lock on that back door. So she was locked in. So the police came. The girl didn't work her shift. She was too emotionally stable. So I sent her home. And then the girl asked me, she was like, "Is it safe for me to go home?" I'm like, "Yeah, you should be straight." The girl left. I thought the girl left, but she didn't. She was in a parking lot driving off, and she was like, "I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch. I'm gonna beat your ass." While the window was down. And she turns around, she's like, "Chris, you said she left." I'm like, "What the fuck you want me to do, man? She's damn near off the property. Like, go home." Like, do you see shit like that? Like that? Do you see things like that and being in this industry? Or one thing I hate, and I feel like a lot of servers know what the fuck I'm about to say, and it's crazy that we go through this. So I'm pretty sure you heard me say on previous episodes that we hate when people stiff us, not tip us, and think we about to take care of you and things. The worst part about that, when you get stiffed, it's somebody you work with that's a server. That happened to me. It was a lunch shift. I was working the lunch shift. I'm gonna say this last story, then I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm known by myself, and I just want to give y'all, more details and things. But let me say this last thing. So her, her two, yeah, you about to hear me right. Her and her two girlfriends. You heard me right. Her and her two girlfriends come inside. They sit down. It's my turn to get sat. So I'm like, oh, what up? What's up, such and such? She's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, shit. And she like, oh, this is my girlfriend, and this is my other girlfriend. I'm like, okay, this is weird. All right. So I introduce myself. I say, what's up? And then, they order their food. They get their discount. They leave. I look on the check. The motherfucker said, not zero, zero, 0.00 on the tip. So I'm like, all right, maybe they left cash. I looked around the whole table in the book. It's no fucking cash. I'm like, I know she didn't fucking stiff me. And the fucked up part about when she stiffed me, bitch, you my release. So you gotta come in at 4 for me to leave. So she comes in at 4. She's like, what's up, Chris? I'm like, what's up? She's like, how was this morning? Fuck that, what's up? She's like, what do you mean, what's up? I'm like, you stiffed me. What's up with that? She's like, I didn't pay. I'm like, okay, if you didn't pay, you should at least made sure your girlfriend or your other girlfriend, whoever fucking girlfriend it is, you should have made sure I got paid. She like, what do you want me to do, Chris? I'm broke. Bitch, I'm broke now because you stiffed me. The fuck? Like, I'm like, how the fuck does this work? You come in here to make money, the same money that you make. How you gonna come in here and send somebody's section and stiff somebody? Type of shit is that? I'm like, come on, man. That's crazy to me. And that shit happens often, more often than you think. That some servers and bartenders come in there on their days off and eat and stiff the people they work with. And they're like, okay, so like if when you get stiffed and shit like that, you know how I feel. So why the fuck would you do that again to somebody else? It's like, why, motherfucker? Why? And oh yeah, I gotta say this one thing. Then this is I promise. I know I said that on the first one, but this is just I don't know off topic. Something random. I remember it was a restaurant right next to us. This guy got drunk there, got into it with a dude, shot up that restaurant, then walked over to us like shit didn't happen. Motherfucker, that motherfucker went to jail. them, them, them police swarmed the shit out that place. He went to jail. And then like, what made you think that you can shoot that restaurant up and walk over to this restaurant like nothing happened? Like it was A-OK. That motherfucker went to jail. They locked down both restaurants for that man. Like you legit just shot up a restaurant and tried to walk over here like it was nothing. Man, you talking about some crazy shit? That was some crazy shit right there. That was. That was one of the it made me think about like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how fucked up do you gotta be or messed up, high, drunk, whatever, for you to sit here and do that? To think that's okay? You don't think we hear the gunshots? You don't think that the next restaurant's not gonna call over and sit here and say, hey, this such and such thing happened? It's crazy. Oh yeah, I got one more thing. So when we used to be slow, I used to prank call the store while I'm at work. So the manager would pick up. I never forget. A manager picked up, and they was like, "Thank for calling such and such. My name is Bob. How can I help you?" I'm like, yes, I'm one of the guests in here. I just calling letting you guys know that I'm stuck on a toilet right now in the bathroom. Like I need some help. Like the toilet keeps flushing, it's hitting my ass and it's overflowing and I'm stuck. I need some help, please. And I never forget, I seen the manager run out the office door, slam the door, and run in the bathroom. No one in there. Then 15 minutes later, I called again. And I was like, hi, I'm just letting you guys. And it was a server that picked up. And I was like, "Hi, yeah, I'm just calling, letting you know that I got a 50 top coming in about 20 minutes." And the server's like, "What the fuck, 50?" And I just died laughing. I'm like, "You can't say that when you pick up the phone, man. You can't say the fuck 50. You can't do that." I remember I guess was about to complain about me, and I picked up the phone. I was like, hi, thank you for calling such such. How can I help you?" They're like, "Can I speak to a manager?" I'm like, "Yeah, can I get your name?" They're like, "Yeah, my name's such and such." I was just in there and I had this server named Chris. Yeah, he forgot this and this, and he took a long time to sit here and greet us. I just want to talk to the manager. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I got you." Hung that motherfucker up. And I told the manager, like, "Hey man, is this number keep popping up on the calling ID? They keep prank calling us." Oh shit, I'm gonna end it with that. But yeah, just wanted to do something different for you guys. Recap on some of the first two episodes. And also just wanted to, sometimes people can't make it to the podcast, can't, and life happens. So certain people can't make it. And I feel like when somebody can't make it or when life situation happens, I would recap certain previous episodes and I just talk about my experience. I'm not going to not give you guys something to watch or experience to learn from that, that's either in the industry or not. I'm going to make sure that I keep giving you guys these episodes, even when somebody can join us or somebody cannot. That's my thing. That's what I like to do. I love doing what I'm doing about this podcast. Love where it's going. Appreciate you guys for even watching this. Appreciate you guys taking you guys time in there, subscribing to my YouTube channel, writing comments, DMing me on my podcast Instagram page, my podcast Facebook page that you guys writing and giving me positive feedbacks, giving me even feedbacks to tell me how to make this show better. I appreciate you guys so much. Like from the bottom of my heart, I don't think you guys understand how much I really thank you guys for doing this, man. You guys motivate me. Give me you guys keep me going just to make you guys happy and so you guys can see this. So I want to say thank you guys again for tuning in for the podcast called The Industry. Every episode will be out on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe, leave comments. Please subscribe on my Instagram page called the_industry24. And if you guys want to be a part of it, if anything like that, please don't hesitate. Always send a message. I'm always happy to put people on here that's in the industry or not in the industry. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time.